This is the pleasure to inform you. Yesterday we have conducted, one day before we conducted Constitution webinar. The resource person was our Dean of Academics, Dr. P. N. Magadeshwaran sir. In this connection, today we are going to organize one Constitution Day remembering webinar. Dr. Ambedkar ji, work and life of Dr. Ambedkar ji. So I welcome all the participants and today's chief resource person, Ms. Jyothimani ma'am, Assistant Professor Chemistry Department in our high set, and I welcome all the cadets, those who are joined in this session, and other cadets from other colleges, ANOs, officers, and other students from our high set. So I welcome you all for today's webinar. The session is over to the resource person. Madam.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your introduction.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Okay. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. First of all, good evening to one and all present here. It's my great opportunity to presenting this wonderful webinar in this auspicious occasion. So first of all, I would like to thank our CEO sir and Dean sir and our NCC coordinator Jainul Abdin sir for giving this wonderful opportunity. So thank you so much, sir. So good evening, guys. So today I'm going to share a few things about our father of Indian Constitution, architecture, Dr. Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar, in this wonderful session. So today I'm going to share a few words, few things about Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and his work and as well as life. So Dr. Ambedkar, Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar. So this is some pictorial representation of him. So he is the father of modern India. In other words, we are called as. So his early life and his education. So Dr. Ambedkar, he was born on April 14th, 1981 in Madhya Pradesh. Even we are all well known about him. He was the 14th son of Ramji and her Bhima Bai, and he was belonging to a untouchable caste. Even we all are known his because his father and his grandfather both are served in the British Army in those days. Government ensured that all their special schools, but this ensured Bhimarao Ambedkar he would have otherwise been denied to him by the which of his caste, but he's having opportunity to study in that educated special schools because Ambedkar he was such a brilliant child. He was at school, her teacher, I think. His name was Mahadev Ambedkar, who was very impressed by his the activities of Ambedkar. So what he done in the sense he was added the sure name of Mahadev Ambedkar to our Bhimarao Ambedkar. So after that, his before that his name was Bhimarao Ambedkar, but after that his name was changed to Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar because that Ambedkar name was surname of his teacher. So the teacher name was Mahadev Ambedkar. So name was changed after that because the teacher was impressed by Ambedkar activities because she was such a brilliant child in the school days. So even Ambedkar and other in the school days, Ambedkar and the other untouchable children, they are segregated um, by the various activities. Even they are totally separated by the teachers also. So this kind of things was highly affected Ambedkar. So what? So even the untouchable students, they are not at all allowed to sit inside of the classes also. Even if they need a drinking water means, some of the higher caste students, they are pouring the water from the height, as they not allowed to touch the water vessels also. So this kind of things was highly affected the Ambedkar. After that only he decided he want to make a fight to gain the basic and fundamental rights for untouchable peoples like that. So in his education, in the year of 1897, he became only untouchable enrolled at the Elpine Stones High School at the year of 1897. So after that, in the year of 1912, he obtained his degree in the field of economics, political science from the Bombay University. After that, in the year of 1913, he moved to United States. He had been awarded a Baroda State Scholarship in the $11 in the year of 1913. So on that day, the value in Indian rupees 730 rupees per month. He got $11 at on the in the year of 1930. That dollar value is 730 rupees per month he got. So he received a great opportunity for postgraduate education also in the Columbia University and in the New York City. So in the year of 1915, he passed the MA exam in the major in the economic field, including sociology, history, philosophy, anthropology, and all those things. So totally, he completed 3 PhD in the field of law in the year of 1952. Such a great thing. He was a such a brilliant man also. Even he was understand all those things in very easily. Even in the Columbia University, it consisted 29 courses in the field of economics, even 11 histories, 6 sociologies, and 5 philosophy, and 4 anthropology, 3 politics, and 1 elementary French and German. Even the Ambedkar, he completed all those things. He completed all the courses. So these are all the basic important achievements of his education in their school level. So in the higher education, he passed the MA exam, majoring in the field of economics. Even I told all those things. Even he finally received the PhD in the field of first PhD. He was completed at 1917, and after that, in the 1921, he completed one doctorate, and 1952 he completed the third PhD in the field of law. So these are all the books. This was written by Dr. Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar. So in the first book, um, the annihilation of the caste, because it was full and full discussed about the castes in India and their mechanism and their all those things and the development of the castes and all those things was explained in the first book, the annihilation of the caste. And the second one, the Buddha and his Dhamma in the sense. So in this book, it contains the about the history of Buddha and all those things explained in this book. And the third thing, uh, partition of India. So in the partition of India, it was explained the demand of the Muslim League, weakening of the defenses, breakup of unity, and a lot of informations. These kind of things full and full explained in the partition of India. Next, Dr. Bhimarao Rao Ambedkar, he was opposed to the untouchability because he is also coming from the untouchability caste family. So he was totally against to the untouchability because he is belonging to the untouchable caste, that is we are well known. Even as an army child, so only he was sent to the government school for their education. So even Ambedkar and the other untouchable students, even already I told, they are suffered a lot because of the behavior of the higher caste students. So after that only he decided he need a separate and basic fundamental rights. So we want to fighting against the social discrimination, caste discrimination, and all those things. So only he decided to we have to fighting, surely we have to fighting against these kind of things. So from the childhood, he highly against about the untouchability, because he is also a foremost human rights activist, even in the era of 20th century, and he was a most towering figure among the Dalit leader. Even in the Dalit category, they are also coming to the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribal people category. So they are in the north side, they are called as Dalit peoples. So even he full and full fight against the Dalit discrimination, and he has to claim the equality of the treatment and status and all the opportunities. He was struggled a lot for getting an equal opportunity in the all field of in. I mean, there is no general discrimination, the caste discrimination and all those things. So he highly opposed to the untouchability. தீண்டாமை அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கக்கூடாது. All the peoples all are equal as a citizen of one country. We all are equal அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு விஷயத்த he has to implement it. So even for this he was struggled a lot. அதுக்காக நிறைய விஷயம் வந்து he was tried and he was done many things. The next one, Dr. Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar, drafting Indian constitution, because in the year of 1946, August 29th only, the drafting committee was formed for the formation of Indian constitution. So for that, Dr. Bhimarao Ramji Ambedkar, he was acted as a chairman. Even we know he is the father of Indian constitution. Because before independence, with the team of Jawaharlal Nehru, M.N. Roy, Rajendra Prasad, and so many national leaders in India, and with it combined with British government, they are in the year of 1934 also they are started to the formation of constitution. But after the arrival of Ambedkar, then only it was fulfilled. So it was the drafting committee. It was surely formed at August 29, the year of 1947. So many members: Gopal Sami Iyengar, Krishna Swami Iyer, Munshi. Even the Munshi, he's from Gujarati. He's a law expert, and Syed Mohad, then Krishna Achari. So many familiar national leaders all are involved in this committee. Even they are analyzed around 60 countries' constitution, and submitted the first draft in there of 1948 February. So after that only they are giving the first draft at 1947. So the drafting committee, he is acted as a chief architect of the committee. Then he was even in the drafting committee. Jawaharlal Nehru, so many national leaders all are involved and monitor and all those things. So in our constitution, in the Constitution Assembly, some important various presidents are also there in the major constitution, in the power center constitution, union constitution, provincial constitution, drafting committee, fundamental rights, rules and procedures committee, state committee. So there are so many major committees are there. So Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhai Patel, Ambedkar, Rajendra Prasad, these people are acted as a president and leader for these kind of major constitutions. And in the field of minor constitution, flag committee, household committee, linguistic committee. So there are so many committees. That is also some Pattabi Siddaramaiah, Prasad, so this SK Dal, so many wanted national leaders are acted as a major role in this constitution committee. But in the formation of Indian constitution, Ambedkar only acted as a major role, because after the forming of our constitution, that is a final one. If we want to do any kind of changes in the constitution, means we have to getting the permission from the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and the parliament peoples from the voting method, and we get the permission from our president also. If you want to change, means only amendment only possible. That is, we are not at all changing the basic and fundamentals of the Indian constitution, that means in the articles. So these are all the some major thing about Ambedkar. Even at present, even in the year of 1950, totally we are having 395 articles, 8 schedules, and 22 parts. But in at present, in the year of 2019, we are having 465 articles, 12 schedules, and 25 parts. So these are all the some important things. So in the formation of Indian Constitution, Ambedkar, he is acted as a major role. There is no doubt in that, because in our preamble, he's giving more importance to sovereign, socialism, secularism, democratic, and as well as republic. Even as the sovereign, in the sense the full independence, he is giving full independence to all, because the decision that was taken by their own, that is in sovereign. Even in the socialism, then equal opportunities, because in our country we are following the mixed economy, when giving importance to government and as well as private. So here in the socialism we are following equal opportunities to all the peoples. In the secularism also we are following the positive secularism, because the uh, how I say, the religion does not influence on states. The people, they are having rights to choose their own religion. That is a major role. Even in the democratic, a country that was governed and desired by the people, even people only elected their leaders. That is a major role in the democratic. And the republic, in the sense, government must be formed by the people. The people only acted as a major role. So these are all the some important preambles in our Indian Constitution. So the Ambedkar also acted as a major role. Even in the drafting committee, already I told. Even after 1947, 15th August, he was invited by the, even the drafting committee formation. Before the drafting committee formation, the Congress committee, Congress government only invited the Ambedkar to act as a law minister. So after that, in the 29th August, he was appointed as a chairman of the drafting committee. After that, because our Indian constitution, it is the longest and lengthiest constitution, because we referred around 60 countries constitution. So it was the longest and lengthiest one. So that this is the first and foremost document of our constitution. We all are known. Our constitution, it is a rigid constitution. இதுல வந்து பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, we are not at all doing any kind of amendment easily. We have to get the permission from the uh, parliamentary people. So these are all the some important things. Even the speech at presenting the Indian constitution in the parliament. So about the father of our Indian constitution, means about the Ambedkar. So these are all the some important facts about Ambedkar. Even already I told, the Ambedkar's original name was actually Ambevadegar. Actually, his surname was Ambevadegar. But our in the school days, in his teacher Mahadev Ambedkar, who changed his surname from Ambevadegar to his own surname Ambedkar. So in the school record also, Bhima Rao Ramji Ambedkar. So that is a major thing. And the next one, Ambedkar was the first Indian to pursue a doctorate in economics in abroad. Actually, economics doctorate in the abroad is the first thing. He only the first double doctorate hold in the economics in South Asia. South Asia, he only the first double doctorate. At the same time, he was also among the highest educated Indians of his generation. He only the highest educated Indian. That is also a major thing. Um, during his 3 years at Columbia University, already I told, Ambedkar took 29 courses in the economics. Already I told, 11 in the field of history, 6 courses in the field of sociology, 5 courses in philosophy, 4 courses in anthropology. Anthropology in the sense, study about the human beings. So totally 29 courses he was studied in the field of economics. That is also a great thing. Even he only the first Indian to pursue a doctorate in economics abroad. Mm. And the next one, another one highlight, Ambedkar played a key role in establishment of Reserve Bank of India in 1935. Even Reserve Bank of India was having some idea according to guidelines presented the Ambedkar. Our idea was that they are following the Reserve Bank to enhance, I mean, to know the importance of the currency. So this was very helpful to Reserve Bank because Ambedkar also know the problem of rupees eventually linked with the problem of domestic inflation and the பணவீக்கம் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா domestic inflation. So அதுக்கு so he know the importance of the money. So on that time he was helpful to the Reserve Bank of India in the year of 1935. Even next highlight, Ambedkar changed the working hours in India from 14 hours to 18 hours. He was reducing the working hours of the peoples. In the year of 1942 to 46, even the seventh session of Indian Labour Conference in New Delhi, he was changing the working hours. He was reduced the hours from 14 to 8. After that, he only introduced various schemes in the TADA, leave benefit, employee insurance, medical leave, equal pay for equal work, minimum wages. So these kind of things are introduced by only Ambedkar. Even he also giving some strength and established the employment exchanges across India. So these are all these basic things are inbuilt by only the Ambedkar. So some important thing. And the next one, Ambedkar's autobiography is used as a textbook in Columbia University, maybe in the page of 20. The biography story, the story of Ambedkar from the 1935 to 36. That history was placed in the Columbia University. Even he was facing lot of troubles and the basic needs of untouchability people. So that kind of experience, all those things to be published in the textbook of Columbia University. These are all the some highlights of Ambedkar. Even the next one, he had opposed the article 370 of Indian Constitution because the Article 370 it is applicable for Jammu Kashmir peoples for their permanent resident, even they are having dual citizenships. So Adelame he totally opposed because after independent totally he want to comes to India because but in the Article 370 they faced a lot of struggles because in other words this Article 370 it is acted as a borderline சொல்லலாம் between Jammu Kashmir and as well as central government. அவங்க ரெண்டு பேத்துக்கு இடையில ஒரு it is a border line அப்படின்னு சொல்ல. So he totally opposed to that means the removal of Article 370. Maybe in the last year of August 2019 we are removed this 370 article. Now the Jammu Kashmir it is also one of the state of India. So in the year of 1937 he opposed, sorry, 1938 he was opposed to this. So it is also one of the highlight of Ambedkar. And Ambedkar fought for 3 years to get the comprehensive Hindu code bill passed, which have several important rights to women. Even the women's they are discriminated by various things. So adla he is giving importance to, and the women they are having rights to their family property, permitting the divorce, adopting of girls, and both men and women are having rights to divorce if the marriage was untenable. Even widows and divorcees also having rights to remarry. Then intercaste marriage, adoption of the child. So all those things were encouraged by him. So Ambedkar he was encouraged all those things. Even he is giving more importance to women liberty, women's independence he is giving more importance. So even he is struggling for getting higher rights for women also. So these are all the some important highlights. Even um, Ambedkar he was the first to suggest the division of Bihar and Madhya Pradesh. Even in the division of Bihar and Madhya Pradesh, in the sense separate the states based on the languages based money we have to separate the states. So that is a major thing. Even in the Bihar, in the sense they spoke Hindi, their official languages. And in the Madhya Pradesh பார்க்கும்போது Hindi and Urdu is a languages in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Hindi, Marathi, then Jharkhand, Hindi, Bengali, so Urdu. So these are all their caste languages, and they're based on the areas. The languages may changed, but their official language is only Hindi. Hindi தான் அவங்களோட official language, but based on the areas, based on the caste, their languages to be changed. So Ambedkar only the first person to suggest the division of the areas based on their languages. So language based பண்ணி we have to separate the areas அப்படிங்கறத first suggest பண்ணது அம்பேத்கர். So it is also one of the highlights of him. Even Ambedkar efforts were pioneering in the development of India's national policy for water and electricity. Even he is a pioneer, the முன்னோடி for various river valley projects in India. Projects is giving more importance, even in the Damodar Valley project, Bagranangal projects, Sunnivar Valley. So for various kind of water irrigation process, he is giving more importance to central and as well as state level. He is giving more important, and the same time giving importance to building the the development of electricity also in the field of power sectors. Also he's established more things. Even he established the central technical board, CTBP, and the central electricity authority, and he established various thermal power stations also. So he has also put more effort to develop the water and electricity also. So these are all the some important highlights of Ambedkar. The name was changed after that. He only the first person to get the doctorate in the field of economics in abroad, and he plays a key role for the establishment of Reserve Bank of India. And he only reduced the working time of Indians from 14 hours to 18 hours. Then his autobiography was placed in the textbook of Columbia University, and he opposed the Article 370 of our Indian Constitution also, and he is giving more importance to women's rights. Women's-காக ரொம்பவே help இது பண்ணாங்க. Then he was the first to suggest the division of the areas based on the languages. That is also a major thing. And the next one, Ambedkar put more effort to development the water facilities and as well as electricity. So these are all the some important highlights. And the next thing, Pune Act. It was placed in the year of 1932, 24th September. Actually, in the Pune Act, in the sense, Ambedkar, he wanted a separate electorate for the untouchables. Untouchables, he needed a separate electorate. So on that time, Gandhiji was disagree this fact. He can't accept this fact. Even so, on the time there is some clash between Ambedkar and as well as Gandhiji. So on that time, all the national leaders rushed to Ambedkar for giving up his ideas to separate electorate for untouchable people. So on that time, Ambedkar and Gandhiji only create one act between both. So they are giving one thing. Later, both what they are understanding in the sense, which became a famous Pune Act in the year of 1932. What they said now, for an untouchable peoples, they are giving some areas in the Pune Act. For the untouchable peoples, they are giving some electorates also. These are all the some important highlights in the Pune Act, because he need a separate leader for the untouchable peoples, but Gandhi was disagreed that, so that he need a so the Pune Act between the Ambedkar and Gandhi. So the common election, they will allocate some individual award for the Dalit peoples. So this is Pune Act. And the next thing, so this such a man, he was dead due to suffered by diabetics. We all know in the year of 1956, December 6, because his continuous improper sleep, improper eating. So due to some health issues, he was dated 1946 in the year of 6th December. After that, even he is from the untouchable caste, but in his cremation, it was organized for him in the 7th December, attended by a 500,000 people. Sorrowing people have to attended his cremation. So that is also one of the sad thing. And the next one, Dr. Ambedkar legacy. What he said in the sense, Ambedkar legacy as a socio-political reformer had a deep effect on modern India. Even he only initiative has various parts of life and transformed India into a new look. New look. That is a major thing. Even we publish many public institutions are named in the name of Ambedkar, and this Ambedkar International Airport in Nagpur. Even we are giving some official portrait of Ambedkar displayed in the Indian Parliament building. So this is also one of the highlight of him. Even Ambedkar was voted as a greatest Indian in the year of 2012. Nearly 20 million people's vote were cast, making him the most popular Indian figure. So these are all the some achievement of Ambedkar. He is an unbeatable than now, and எப்பவுமே அவரை யாருமே beat பண்ண முடியாது. He only the winner, the greatest Indian Ambedkar. Even these are all the some messages from the Ambedkar. My final words to advise to you are educate, agitate, and organize. Even have faith in yourself and learn to live in this world with your self-respect. Even one thing, I like the religion that teaches liberty, equality, and fraternity. Um, the education, it is only the tool, it is only the weapon to cut the slavery. That is the major progress of the community by the degree of progress which women have achieved. Based on the women achievement only, he measured the progress of, he measured the development of the community based on the women achievements. So even men are immortal. So our ideas, an idea needs propagation as much as the plant, it's need a watering. Otherwise, both will be wither and die. So these are all the some highlighted messages from the Ambedkar. Even the women education, it is only, even he measure, it is only the measuring parameter for progressing the community. So these are all the some important and interesting things about Dr. Ambedkar. Even he's also from the untouchable category, but he done a lot of things. He achieved a lot of things. So such a great man. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity for me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Professor Jyothimani ma'am. Given wonderful lecture to our participants. So we also follow the quotes and suggestions in Indian Constitution by Dr. Ambedkar ji. Then I also thank all the participants today, our HiSET faculty member, students from other classes like IT department, and cadets from our Irving NCC, and other cadets and officers from various institutions. I also thank once again for the presenter of our today's topic. All are fill the feedback and then leave the session.
Thank you, sir.